Okay, now okay. What you'd like to have is that thing able to change without hardly any movement at all in the tremolo bar at full floating pitch. The idea being that if you were to break a string, all you'd have to do is your bar will come up because of the loss of the string tension. You push your bar down just a little bit and flip that switch, and you can continue to play in tune with the other 5 strings. It was a quick fix that, I mean, truthfully, a pro would have an extra guitar on standby and it wouldn't matter. But, I mean, it would get you through a gig. Or at least it would get you to your next break where you can put on some fresh strings. Yeah, if I raise up on the bar, it doesn't go out of tune. There you go. Now, full floating. There you go. Pretty simple. Most important thing about these, and I should have done this before, but it's not a big deal. I don't mind resetting it. Is I like to, after disassembling the tremolo and reassembling it, I like to just take a little tension off of these screws, because this is the fulcrum plate, and then crank them back down. It's gonna let me with the full pull of the strings on it, as it just pulls everything where it needs to be. And see, it just moved everything forward. So now I have to retune the guitar a little bit, but now I know for a fact that that's in the proper adjustment. There's no slack in it to loosen up later. There's no issues. I also do a similar thing with the neck pocket. When I first tune them up, I loosen all 4 neck screws at pitch and let the neck reseat in the pocket, and then tighten it all down. And when you're doing work on one of these tremolos, you should do the same thing. There we go. The next most important thing is the intonation, and because this bridge is actually intended to move back and forth like this, my method has been push it all the way back, whammy about 3 or 4 times forward and back, and the bridge will come to a center point. It will find its own way forward and back. Okay. And then that's where the bridge is going to want to float. So at that point, go ahead and tune. Beautiful. Now we start checking the intonation. And I've already got my truss rod adjusted, my height set, neck joint's been, settled, tremolo's been settled, bridge has been settled. Everything's just about right. With nut sauce in the slots on the nut. So now we're going to start checking intonation, see where we are. Wow, that is really close. That one's just spot on the money. This guitar has been set up before, so okay, that was just a tiny touch. Now here's where it gets tricky. You gotta push on the screw, but you can't push so hard that you push the bridge out of its location. Beautiful. Wow, stellar. This thing's looking good. I knew it was really, really close. Okay, so the A is off. That's not any fault of the guitar. That's probably just the new strings needing to be settled for the, for the fact that they're new strings, and every string, really, you just don't know till you put them on and check them. Tiny bit flat. Oop, overshot just by a touch. Spot on the money. Now that one's actually showing a little bit of what I call pickup interference, magnet interference. So I'm going to drop that pickup down just a touch. I like to have a nice clean signal to the tuner. Okay, see there, it absolutely shows flat now. It's got a little of that warble in it. Just about perfect. Perfect. Easy peasy. Jaguars are a little bit of a different animal, but they're not that hard to deal with.